All right, gang, we are back. The dust has settled from UFC 327, and all anyone is talking about in this bitch is Jiri Prochazka showed Carlos Ulberg mercy. Yes, he did. No, he didn't. It doesn't fucking matter. Don't worry, gang. I'm here with the answers. So, today I saw an interview that Carlos Ulberg did, right? Not gonna lie, he was crashing out in that bitch. King Carlos has arrived. He better morph into King Von, bro. It was like when, because Carlos is such a chill, kind of calm guy. When he says, if you catch him saying anything bad about anyone, it's like, what the fuck? It's like when Tom Aspinall got eye poked against Cyril Gahn. And the crowd's just booing him, and he goes, I don't know why you're booing for. I just got me eye poked. Like, whoa! Chill out, big guy. Fucking relax. Better kill someone in this bitch. But I saw this interview with Carlos Ulberg, right? Yes, Ariel Helwani was hosting it. The fucking rat himself. He asked Carlos, there's this narrative around Jiri showing you mercy. Not really a narrative. It's what Jiri actually came out and said. And he said, what do you think about this, Carlos? Carlos said, Jiri, you got no bitches. You got no aura. Your watches are fake. You pulled up with 2 watches on them. Guess what? No diamonds in that bitch. Come see me if you want some real shit. Bro, he said Yuri's whole persona is fake. He said he didn't show mercy. He was scared. And he got knocked out. And I was thinking, okay, King Von Carlos. Maybe he's got a point. Because in the heat of the moment, like my live reaction is up on YouTube. Go watch it now. In my live reaction, I did think, damn, like Jiri is kind of like letting him get back to it, right? So I thought, let me go back and watch this with under a new lens, because we all know how the fight went. There's no surprises anymore. We can kind of sit back and objectively look at it, right? So I've rewatched the fight. There are 3 instances where Jiri shows him mercy or allows him to get back into the fight, right? Very important emote that I'm doing here. Buy the battle pass now. Josh Hokert premium emote maxing. So they're fighting. Carlos fucks his knee, right? Starts hobbling. The first time Jiri shows him mercy, Carlos is up against the cage. Jiri goes in there and tries to take advantage of the situation. What does Carlos do? Swings a huge left hook. That bitch nearly clipped Jiri. That, like Matrix shit, sideways, by the skin of his fucking teeth. Like that shit probably clipped his nose hairs, bro. Or his little beard that he's got going on. Yuri's like, oh shit, I nearly got dropped in front of the hose. Let's just take a breath. So this left hook swings right by him. Immediately after that, Yuri's like does his first emo and allows him to get back into the fight, right? No. Looking back at it, Jiri, you cannot emotionally manipulate me. You're still goated, but that you did not allow him to get back into the fight in that instance, right? That he was not showing a mercy. He nearly got knocked the fuck out, and he said, whoa, let's just take a minute, step back, right? Number 2, there was some other instance where he allows him to get back into it, right? No, it was Carlos threw the head kick. Insane that he did that with a blown ACL, bro. Like actually fucking nuts. And he threw his he did it from his, I think it was a lead leg as well. So he put the weight on his blown ACL and fucking threw up a head kick, bro. Insane. Carlos said he did that because he was still testing his knee. Like maybe you could have done something a bit more low impact. Maybe throw a low kick with your lead leg, not a fucking full head kick. But he said, he goes, Yuri's vulnerable on his right hand side. he's vulnerable to the left hook, the left high kick. We are Alex Pereira maxing in this bitch. And so he said, I was also testing out the knee and how damaged it was. He said, fuck, if I throw up this head kick and it hits him, he's going to sleep. He said, fuck it, and he let that bitch rip. I gotta respect it, bro. So he does that. It doesn't work out for him. He falls down and he like fucking hobbles back to the cage, right? What happens? I think he wait, I got the fight right here, bro. Let me just quickly look at it. Okay. I just looked at the key moments. So yes, first one, Carlos wards him off with the lead hook. Second moment, Carlos throws up the head kick, bro. He's up against the cage and Jiri backs off, which in the moment may have looked like showing mercy. However, Jiri Prochazka, you cannot emotionally manipulate me. Looking back at it now, Jiri is probably realizing, bro, like, especially from that first instance where he went to going for the kill and Carlos just swung that left hook, he's like, bro, fuck leg or not, I cannot recklessly rush into this dude. So Carlos throws the head kick, hobbles back, is in visible pain, and then Jiri allows him to get back into the fight. What he was actually doing is backing up, drawing Carlos back into the middle of the cage where he cannot frame off on the cage and can't stabilize himself against anything. Because in that first exchange, where Jiri went in for the kill, Carlos was up against the cage. His knee is fucked, but he can still somewhat like lean back on the cage and hold his body weight and frame off on it and just fucking clip his shit, right? So the second time, the leg kick, oh yeah, let's show him mercy and bring him back into the center of the cage. No, Jiri Prochazka. You cannot emotionally manipulate me. I hope it's starting to sink in. Third time, Carlos, like he hobbles back towards the fucking cage. You see it on Jiri's face. He says, fuck this. I'm going in for the kill. Carlos says, domain expansion. Call an ambulance. But not for me. Reversal. Jiri crashes him. Done. So, the fact that, look, in none of these instances, I don't think Jiri actually showed him mercy. First one, winging left hook, kept him at bay. Second one, he's actually drawing him into the cage so he has nothing to frame off on. Third one, he said, fuck it. Let's go for that. Oh, you dropped in front of the hose. Congratulations. And the fact of the matter is, let's just play devil's advocate here for a minute, right? Let's see this in favor of Jiri. Let's say he was showing him mercy. In all three of these situations, bro, fuck it, right? Let's make it as easy as possible for Jiri. Let's put this on a set of scales. Jiri Prochazka here, Carlos Ulberg here. Jiri is showing him mercy. Oh, look, it tips in Yuri's favor. Guess what? Carlos had one fucking leg back in Carlos's favor. At the very worst, it cancels each other out. It doesn't matter if you were showing mercy or not, because Carlos had one fucking leg, bro. You got knocked the fuck out by a physically handicapped opponent, bro. And the thing is, again, say you were showing him mercy. What kind of, like, what do you gain from that? Obviously, yeah, like the honor and all that shit. But say in 10 years, when people look back at this fight, are they going to look back and go, damn, bro, Carlos knocked out, all they're going to remember is Carlos knocked Jiri the fuck out inside of one round. No one's going to remember, oh, but Jiri was being merciful. If they're going to remember anything, any other little details, it's going to be Carlos knocked Jiri the fuck out inside of one round, and he had one leg in that bitch. Bro, so, like, I think maybe Carlos has exposed him like Meek Mill did with Drake's ghostwriting, bro. Jiri, you got a ghostwriter faking your whole persona in the background, bro, and he's trying to weasel his way into another title shot, bro. Oh yeah, Yuri wants another title shot. Nah, bro, fuck no. I'm sorry, Yuri, you're still like my favorite light heavyweight now that Alex Pereira's gone, but bro, you do not deserve another title shot. Costa does. Yes. What a fucking timeline we are living in, bro. Yeet dropped the worst album of his career, and Costa is getting a title shot at light heavyweight. He is the most deserving #1 contender, bro. I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. Yuri should fight Ankalaev. And one thing in that interview as well, Carlos called out Ankalaev. He said, yep, Ankalaev is really the only other one for me here. He's deserving of a title shot. I would like to fight him. I said, bro, that's you got to respect that, bro. I think that would be probably a pretty boring fight, but Carlos's stock went through the fucking roof after this shit. And I'm not going to lie, in hindsight, I think this is knockout of the fucking year. With all the circumstances around it, I don't really see anything really topping this. The only other one that could possibly come to mind is like Elia versus Justin Gaethje, where Justin Gaethje will actually fucking die, bro. In terms of a brutality aspect, yes, that probably will be the knockout of the year. But for this, in terms of the whole shit, all the circumstances around it, the fucked up knee, Yuri being the crowd favorite, Carlos still like throwing up the head kick, falling back, fuck it. He said, let's go for that. And getting the fucking KO on Jiri Prochazka, because remember, yes, I was shitting on Yuri in this video. I'm just keeping it real, bro. Yuri is no fucking joke. You got one fucking leg and Jiri Prochazka is standing in front of you trying to get you the fuck out of there, bro. And you end up knocking him out. Reversal. A 0.3 second domain expansion, bro. Hit him with that shit, bro. That's... what else could somebody do to beat that? To beat that knockout? Unless you do an insane, like, rolling thunder, spinning back elbow, hamstring flip, bro. Something like that. No, I don't actually know what the fuck that would look like. I need to see that, though. But, look, fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter whether Yuri was showing him mercy or not. I think, fuck it. I'm going to say that Yuri was scared. That's what I'm going to call this video. Yeah, we're clickbaiting in this bitch. I'm about to hit 100 subscribers. I need to lock the fuck in and get monetized, bro. Road to a Lamborghini. Let's go. Yeah, so it's irrelevant. Even if you look at this through the scope of making it as favorable as possible for Yuri, it doesn't matter, bro, because Carlos had one fucking leg, gang. So that's it. Yuri, you do not deserve another title shot. You were still goated. You were still my favorite light heavyweight. And I see what you were doing. You cannot emotionally manipulate me. Shama.